By the end of this presentation, you will exactly know specifically what you can do to, don't worry, be happy. By the end of this presentation, you will exactly know specifically what you can do to, don't worry, be happy.
Ice cream is absolutely pure happiness. And funny thing is, that is actually vegan ice cream. Let's talk about what you can do to be happy, how to be happy. Most people, you talk to them these days, and all they want is happiness, whether they're able to say it with their words, I want to be happy, or they act it out by misbehaving, or just they say it in sign language, say it in whatever, however they want to say it. Most people, bottom line, they search for happiness. And that is just a peace, being able to exist and be yourself and feel genuine and feel loved. And just this inner joy just radiates from inside of you. Most people want that. And I am going to give you 10 tips on how to be happy. I've done a video about how to be happy I feel I had 4 things, and more it was things that got in the way of your happiness. Today, I'm going to tell you specifically how to be happy. And we're just going to start right off from the top at number 1. Remember, we're going to go through 10 of them. Number 1 is me is ruining you. This epidemic of selfishness. You cannot only think about yourself and expect to be happy. As human beings, we're meant to share our lives, share ourselves with other people. And honestly, sometimes even when it hurts to share and to give to others, that is where you will find true joy. We're meant to share and live as a community. And anytime you're finding yourself that it's just me, self-love, self-care, all of that, selfishness, unhappiness is going to follow you. It seems like it's counterintuitive that if you just please yourself first, put on your oxygen mask first, sort of. But a lot of people just spend the whole time putting on their oxygen mask, and they never, ever to think to help another person. And there you have it. Happiness will elude you ever, always. If you are me, you're just all about me. Be unselfish and you will find happiness. Number 2 is protect your body. If your body is in good physical health, you're not having pains and aches, and you're not having to worry about things, worry about your physical health, there is happiness there. Yes, some people can say there are life lessons to be learned from suffering, and we'll take that. True. It helps develop you as a person to go through fire. But what if I gave you a choice, absolute health with happiness or pain with happiness? You are going to choose, I want to be healthy and happy. Point blank, bottom line, protect your body, take care of it, eat well, sleep, exercise, all of the basic things. I know I've told you before, we live in this very flawed world where stuff is just going to go wrong and and disease is out there. You don't want to bring that smoke on yourself on purpose. If there are things that you can do right now to make sure that you're healthy, I promise you, happiness is there with health. 3, protect your mind. Your mind is the avenue to your soul. Your soul is that part of you, that essence of you that you can't really touch, and you know it's there. When you allow a lot of filth, I'm sorry. If y'all know where that quote is from, you let me know in the comment section below. If you allow a lot of filth in your mind, I promise you, you will be happy. Your mind is not meant to manage smut, manage foolishness. You have fake news. You have all this political discord. You have racial discord. You have just playing video games all day, every day, that dopamine just flying through your body constantly. That is not happiness. It is just confusion and just there's never any rest or any peace in your mind. Take some time to really just meditate and relax your mind. Allow calming things that are loving and kind and pure to enter your mind. Don't spoil your mind with a lot of foolishness. I'm just trying to tell you how to be happy. I know that kind of goes against some of the things that you're hearing out here, but Dr. D Nice is telling you the truth. I talk to a lot of people, several thousand people in my lifetime as a medical doctor. And I myself I told you, I used to play video games, and it just has my brain so frazzled and that I just stopped because I just don't like the way it makes me feel. Why am I going to purposely bring that kind of unbalanced energy where I just, you're jumping and dipping and dodging an imaginary thing on a screen. I don't want that. Life is hard enough. I don't have to be fake playing over, fake playing wars on a screen. I don't need that. I don't need that to be like overstimulating me like that. You don't need it either. I'm just trying to tell you the little things that you can do, the things that you can do right now to have a happy life. Protect your mind. Number 4 is a video that we did a few weeks ago. Life is hard. Understand the reality of life. Manage your expectations. There's a whole video that we talked about illness, loss, death, broken heart. Go back and look at the video. As a matter of fact, that video is still taking off every day. A few more people watch it, and I'm really excited about it. I didn't even expect it to do. You do these things, and it's the most random video, the one that you didn't put as much effort in, that people gravitate to. For whatever reason, people are loving that video. Go back and take a look at it and watch it. Manage your expectations. And I'm not saying like, always expect the worst. No. Understand the reality of what life is. If you know these things are going to happen, then death, broken heart, illness, you're not blindsided by them, and your whole world doesn't crumble when they happen. Also, you may have a little bit of a time to build up some fortification, build up some defense against these things before they happen. Because some of them, we can do some things to prevent. You can't do nothing to prevent death. But, you can make better decisions about the people you choose to give your heart to decrease the likelihood of having a broken heart. A lot of things. This is beyond the scope of this. I'm just letting you all know right now that you must understand there is hardship in life. It's not just going to be perfect butterflies and bunny rabbits from now till the day you die. Number 5, you've got to love God. I know right now we are all so intelligent and intellectual that God, believing in some mystical being that created the universe and created me and you, is off the table. It just doesn't make sense because you cannot explain it by science. Foolishness. You absolutely know in your heart, as you're laying there in the stillness and the quiet, that you are a created being, that you were designed and created by something special and something powerful. You can't deny it. You feel it. It actually takes a lot of energy to be a God denier. It's counterintuitive to your existence as a human being. There's a cognitive dissonance there that makes you sad, that makes you unhappy, because there's always this drive for you to find your creator. When I was young, I was 16, I felt this pull. And good thing I wasn't just like, oh no, you don't exist because they say in school you don't exist. No, I knew God exists and I reached out and I embraced it. And that has caused honestly, that is the source of my happiness. Bottom line, hands down, if I was not a Christian, if I was not clinging to God for every second of my life, I would not be this happy person that you see right here. You must love God, recognize him as the creator of you, the creator of me, the creator of all things, and respect it as such. Number 5 is loving God. I could stay here all day. We will move on to number 6. Love others. You are on the planet with 8 billion other people. Well, I guess that would be 7 point something billion, because if we minus you, but you're on the planet with a lot of people, okay? And you have to share this earth, your space, with other humans. You gotta love them. You must. That is actually your God-given charge, to love your fellow human beings. And I'm not talking in love and get married. No. You look up 1 Corinthians 13 in the Bible. If you don't have a Bible, you just put in Google 1 Corinthians, Corinthians. If I had to, maybe I spelled it wrong. Chapter 13. Put it in. It spreads out love for you, spells out love for you, blow by blow. Love is kind, love is patient, it's long suffering, not the kind of fake backstabby love that you see out here. Look to how God, the creator of love, and God actually is love, look how he has defined love, and make sure that you're treating your fellow human being like that. I'm just trying to tell you how to be happy. You don't love each other, you don't have no love in your heart for people, you are screwed. Bottom line, you are set yourself up for a life of misery. I mean, okay, let me tell you what happened to me today. I'm not even saying this the woman doesn't have any love, but it's obvious that there was something going on inside of her, that there was something. I was driving home and we both turned off the highway. And I turn off the highway and I'm slowly making my way, it's a left exit, a right exit. And then I'm slowly making my way over into the road, like the lane, once we make it off the exit. She is behind me. She see I'm moving over and she speeds up. She's behind me and she speeds up past me and trying to get in front of me, is like leaning on her horn. I guess she thought I was not changing lanes quick enough, and she is blowing and just over there cussing and carrying on. I'm like, lady, she would not, if I didn't slow down and just move, it's like, you know what, let this woman carry on, because she obviously got something going on in her that I can't do nothing about. She not going to call no accident on me this day. I just moved out the lane and let her blow her horn going down the street. There are people out there that are just crazy. It don't make no sense. And you still gotta love them, because it just is what it is, You're on the planet with people, and sometimes if people don't have no love for you, you still gotta love them, because that's gonna make you a crazy, bitter person that's out there trying to run people off the road, and you don't want that. That just makes you look like a nut job. We're not going there. Number 7, love yourself. Now, I know you're like, but Dr. D Nice, didn't you just say selfishness is the main reason why a lot of us are not happy? Yes, but okay. And you know what I'm talking about. There's a little bit of a difference. There's a whole lot of difference between being a selfish, self-absorbed person and a person that loves themselves, a person that respects their body, that makes decisions that they understand the royalty, the specialness of this person, this physical thing that they occupy. You love your body. You love what your body can do. You are appreciative of how it looks. You're not there cussing yourself out and telling yourself you look horrible. You see the difference? There's a huge difference between understanding your royalty, understanding your specialness, understanding your position in this world. There's a huge difference between that and a selfish person that is just totally self-absorbed, just totally focused on them. Everything is about me. I want what I want. There's a difference there. You must love yourself. You must understand that you are absolutely special. You're created by God's image, and no one can take that away from you. Number 8. We're at number 8. We're rolling through these, I promise you all. Is find your purpose. You on here on this planet, if you want to find happiness, you got to have some sort of you cannot be just roaming around aimlessly. You will be so unhappy. If your purpose is just to go around, walk around the beach, picking up pebbles and giving it to old people in the nursing, whatever. You need to have something that you feel is, you know what, this is what I'm meant for. Like, I know I'm meant to be a doctor. At the end, during our story time, I'm going to share with you that from I'm a little child, I just love people. I am meant to be a doctor. I'm meant to be here on YouTube talking to you all because this is a purpose. I am a happy person. I've uncovered the secrets to happiness, and I love the idea of sharing with people how to be happy. And there you go. You must find your purpose. Let me know in the comments section below, what is your purpose? And while you're there in the comment section, I want you to make sure and like the video. Also, of course, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I go live every single Wednesday at 8:45. It sounds like a strange time, 8:45, but it works for me. Y'all know I work out of town. We're going to keep going in a second because we've got two more. But before I work out of town, I drive an hour and a half to work one way, and then I drive back home. By the time I get home, I have to eat something most of the time. Sometimes I go for a walk just to clear my mind before the live. And I have to finish putting the last minute touches and what I'm going to talk about together. Then I have to set up the live. And 8:45 is a perfect time for me. I used to say 8:30, but then what happens, it was just like 8:30, I kept scrambling. That 15 minutes, I needed it. So 8:45, every single Wednesday, I am here live talking about subjects that will help you to live your best life and lead to happiness. We're at number 9 right now. That is, don't worry, be happy. You're anxious, you're worried about things, you spend a lot of time ruminating and thinking and overthinking. That is sucking your happiness. You know it is. I know it is. I myself, the other day, you can't share too much on the internet, but we got some stuff going on. We have a house that I'm trying to renovate, and it's just not moving. And I work out of town, and my son, my oldest son, this is a senior in high school. I have one in middle school. We are homeschooling, and one's a freshman. And I'm trying to manage all their life as a mom and still working. And there's so many things going on. The other day, I was just like, how am I going to get this done? And just blah, blah, blah. And I found myself worrying about stuff. And I had to say, stop it, girl. Stop. Because I was building myself up into this unhappy place. And the truth is, at this point, there's not tons I could do about some of these things. Me worrying about it doesn't fix it. make sure that you don't worry. Cast all your cares on God because he cares about you. Make all your concerns known unto God. Talk to a friend also. There's a whole video I have about how to manage anxiety, how not to worry. You got to go dig through the videos, put it in the search, and one will pop up, I promise. Out of these 100 videos, our 100th show, I've talked about that probably 2 or 3 times. And the last one, number 10, you must forgive. Yes, forgive. You can't be walking around with chips on your shoulder, having people up, as I say in Jamaica. You just can't have people up like that and expect to have a happy life. It burdens, it weighs down your shoulder. It weighs you down. You have to forgive. You cannot. I did a whole video about how to forgive too. Am I talking foolishness here? Please look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You see my ring light in my glasses too. Look at me. Am I talking the truth? Have you ever, have you and somebody ever had something? I'm trying to think. Man, it's not, it sounds self-righteous. I'm not being self-righteous. Right now, there's nobody that I have nothing against. I mean, it isn't. I just work through it and move on with my life. But you cannot have people up and expect your life to be stress-free and happy. Because every time you sit them, I'm sorry, the Jamaican come out sometimes. Every time you sit them, you're just cross. Your body just seize up. Everything just spasm. They just bother you and irk you. It's physically and it just gets inside of you. You must forgive, or else that energy is going to take over your body and get in the place of your unhappiness. You've got to forgive. There you have it. Your 10 ways of how to be happy. Notice ice cream was nowhere on that list. If you could think of any other ways that people can be happy, any other tips, anything that you have done, maybe it's wrapped up into one of the 10 that I have, but I need to separate it out into parts. You list it in the comment section below for me. And I appreciate you once again for being here. And let me know how your happiness is going. As a matter of fact, put it in the comment section, a scale of 1 to 10. 10, of course, being the highest. How high is your happy meter?